Hello and welcome to another Cigar Box guitar rock and roll lesson. Such an iconic track, I had to do another video for it. It is of course Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. So the original video that was maybe 2 months ago, we're looking at the main song, so verse, chorus, a little bit of the solo and a simplified version of the intro. Here we're going to be looking at the intro solo. So I don't know if you noticed, but I was actually using a loop pedal to provide the backing, like the chord backing for when the band kicks in for the introduction. So we're just looking at the riffs over the top here, and we are in G, D, G tuning. However, the original song is in B flat tuning. Now, slightly complicated here, but even though I'm in G tuning, I'm actually in the key of D. This is like a blues in D, how I'm playing it. So if you wanted to play along with the original song, which is in B flat, what you could either do is, I've done some videos last year looking at EBE tuning or even DAD tuning. So you probably need slightly thicker strings on than this. And you could take E and you can knock it down by half a step, which would be the equivalent of like 1 fret. Or you could take D tuning and raise it by half a step, and that would give you, depending on your tuner, it'd either be classed as B flat, E flat, B flat, or D sharp, A sharp, D sharp. And everything we're learning here, including everything in the previous video, will fit absolutely perfectly along with the original song itself. It's still great to play on your own, but if you do want to play the original song, you can download a completely free song chart from the website. So you can either follow the text description or the link above. But let's just get straight on with learning the song. Alright, so like I was saying, this one, because we're in G tuning, this one is a blues in D. So the main chord is fret 7, which is D, and then the next chord in the blues will be open G, and then we've got fret 5 for the A. And it's a great example of mixing up major and minor pentatonic. So we've got open D, and then we've got fret 2, we've got fret 4, and then onto the next string we've got fret 2, we've got fret 4, and then up to fret 7. So that's D to D. So that's a major pentatonic. All right. And then the minor over the top of that, or alongside it, would be open, and it would be fret 3, fret 5, fret 2, fret 5, and then up to the D. So open, 3, 5, fret 2, fret 5, open D. And it's largely based around those notes. It goes a little bit lower in places, but and ever so slightly higher as well towards the end. But it's mostly just in what you call that octave. Okay, so at the beginning we've got a little slide in to fret 4 on the middle string. Just slide it from one. Obviously I'm using a pick here, if you hadn't noticed. So slide it from a fret below, and then fret 2, fret 4 on the top string, 3 notes there. And then I'm going to slide into fret 7, so it's like into the top half of the D chord, and we're going to strum that 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to strum that for a whole bar, but we're actually going to break it up, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to group that into 3 threes, 3 lots of 3. 3 lots of 3. And you can slide in again just from a fret lower, it's fine. So you got to do a sort of big pick and we don't want to hear that. It sounds a bit weird when I play that, so we want to just hear the sound of the slide, so you've got to move pretty quickly with this fretting hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, and this is a pickup at the beginning, so 3 notes just before that little chord, so it would be like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that final strum there, that's actually on the start of the next bar, the beat 1 of the next bar, so that's 1, and then it's fret 5, fret 4, fret 2, fret 3 and 4 on the middle string. And then finish on the open D. So that's a really nice little mix of major and minor there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and slide. So I'm going to slide from lower down here, but then I don't have to drop all the way down. So you can decide, you can do a 2 fret or a 1 fret, it doesn't really matter, but I'll probably slide from down here to start with because I'm there. So I probably want to use fingers 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Full bar here. You do a bit of palm muting if you want, so you can just sort of rest on this part. Probably sound the open first strum. And if you want to sound, so unmute the first strum and then unmute the final one. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just to finish off, before the band kicks in, another slide into fret 4 on the middle string again. 1. So that's 4, 2, 4, 2 on the mid of the top string, and then fret 2 on the middle string, open, fret 4 on the bass string, back to the open D, open middle string. I reckon we should try that from a different angle. So it's 1, 2, 3, slide, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that little slide in there to covering the top 2 strings, I'm using fingers 2 and 3 there, and then when you bar him, you've got to try and get your thumb, so you're sort of pinching like that, aren't you? And you got to try and get your thumb sort of down the back of the neck, so the pressure's being applied through. And then obviously you can see that palm mute in there as well. Right. So the band then kicks in, and I think he bends on the original. Obviously it's a 6-string guitar, and we've got some sort of, generally we've got quite heavy gauge, thick strings. So I'm not going to bend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with a slide instead. So I'm going to slide from fret 5 on the middle string up to fret 7. Which is actually the same note as fret 2 on the top string. And so I can slide into fret 7 and then go straight to 2. It's quite a nice little bluesy sort of jazzy trick on a guitar, where you can, you know, play the same note on different strings. It gives you quite a nice sort of character. So it's exactly what we're doing here. Sliding up, I'm going to use my 3rd finger. Now I'm going to have to jump. You don't have to move your thumb. You can actually kind of hit quite a diverse range of frets just from a general position by kind of like rocking backwards and forwards. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. So I guess my thumb's sort of staying around fret 3, and I'm sliding up just because I know I'm coming back here. So I'm sliding up. Okay. Picking wise, I'd probably go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I think that definitely helps. And what's happening here, it's got that similar sort of group of 3 note rhythm as what we were doing for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, except there's not 3 notes, there's 2 notes, so one of them is longer, and it's this initial slide. So this is like long, short, do it again, long, short. Okay, now that is across two bars of the music, and we can fit this funny sort of cross rhythm. We can fit 5 of them across 2 bars. So I can just count them like this. So if that's the beat, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then instead of going on the 5th one, I'm just gonna, because I'm sliding with my 3rd finger here, and so my little finger, my pinky finger, is ready to tuck in underneath at fret 7 on the top string. So 1st finger down here, 3rd finger up here, down, up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do all of that again while the rhythm guitar changes. So that little part was over a G chord, and then the rhythm goes back, the blues cycle goes back to a D chord. Same thing, lead guitar part again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it goes to an A for 2 bars, and then it goes back to a D for 2 bars, and over this we play fret 7 on the middle string, fret 7 on the top string, so that is 7, 5, 4, 7 on the middle string. So he's definitely starting to mix up his pentatonics here. So we've got 7 on the top string, 5, 4, 7. Then it goes past the octave, and we want to go up to 9, 7, 5, 4, 7 on the middle string, 5 on the middle string. That is a little hammer on. So that's from 3 to 4. So that's like a D minor to major type thing. So all of that, the cross rhythm, the final one, 3, 4, 5, and then middle string 7, 7, 5, 4, 7 on the middle string, past the octave, 9, 7, 5, 4, middle string 7, 5, a little hammer on, slight pause there. Now easy version would just be 7, 5, 4, 7, which we'll just do for a minute. he's back to playing the same note on different strings, but instead of doing the cross rhythm this time, instead of like long, short, it's short, 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 short. So here we've got 7, 5, 4, 7 on the middle string, and then short, short, 5, another hammer on the 3 to 4 middle string, open D, another hammer on 3 to 4 on the bass string, finish on fret 2, and that's it. Quite a lot of notes there. So here's from the final cross rhythm again. So we've got long, short, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that from another angle. So we've got the final, actually I'll go from the start of the cross rhythm because we've not done it from this angle yet. So we've just finished off the solo intro, cross rhythm, long, short, third one, fourth one, fifth one, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, middle string, that is an open D power chord there. So if you're going to finish on fret 2 with your first finger, you can keep that there, and you can add fret 2 on the top string, open D string. Okay, I need to do that a bit slower because that's quite tricky, isn't it? So we've got after the cross rhythm is the last bit, and then 7 middle string, 7, 5, 4, 7 up to 9, 7, 5, 4 middle string, 7, 5 little hammer on, 3 to 4, back to 7, 5, 4, 7 on the middle string, slide in but short notes, 1, 2, and then 7, little another grace note, hammer on, hammer on. So yeah, both of those hammer-ons there are what you call grace notes. So they occupy the same sort of rhythmical note. So instead of it's dom 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 dom. So let's do that one more time because that's it. That's the end of it. So it's last cross rhythm, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're just into your chords for the start of the verse. Now, if you wanted to, if you managing all of that, you know, it is quite difficult, that, to be honest. Right at the very end, you can do a little rake into just the very, very last phrase. A rake would be, so we want to, I'm using my third finger to bar across all of those strings, and it's like a controlled strum. So instead of just hitting fret 7 just before the fast sort of same note on different string section, you can rake into the fret 7 note. So after the high fret 9, here, just after that little grace note, rake. Okay, so you can try and put that in. Picking wise, I think quite a lot of alternate picking would work, so I might go up, down, up, just because it's on the offbeat. You can start on a down, it doesn't really matter, but here I'd probably 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll start with a down on each slide. So it's like starting a new phrase with a down. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Probably just downs here because we're kind of chugging away. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we said before we want down, up, down, up, down, up. Just down. Probably an up there on that pair of notes there. Do it again. Down, up, down, up. And then down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Definitely down on the rake. Down, up, down, up, down. So it's largely alternate, you know, because it's a straight rhythm, isn't it? Even though it's a blues or rock and roll, it's not swung, and so it's all about like the half beat notes playing sort of twice as fast as how you'd naturally be tapping. All right, that's it. I hope that's fun. Great song to play. You know, it's a little bit challenging to put all of the lead parts in, but you can obviously just sort of go along with the rhythm parts from video number 1 if this is a little bit challenging for you just at present. But I think next we're going to be still looking at classic tracks, but we're going to be going back to a bit of slide, so another fantastic Raikuda tune. So look, watch this space, and I'll see you here again soon on Coda Guitar.